Watch this.
I have been married for 51 years. Got 2 sons, 42 and 40. Needed to take a test to see if any of us had a kidney good enough for my brother. Found out something interesting. They ain't my kids. There's somebody else's. Of course, the only good thing is, I know it's not my fault. I do wish I knew who the real fathers were. And they ain't the same. She was bopping a couple of different guys. She couldn't tell me. I'd probably forgiven her. Yeah, boys, y'all need to go get your own paternity test. You can't tell by looking who's the daddy.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about it. Now, I know for a fact this is not the first time something like this has happened or been reported, and I'm pretty sure it will not be the last, right? We hear often about men who father children, and then down the line, after raising and being a part of this child's life, comes to find out that child is not their own, right? It's not an uncommon thing. It happens more often than not. In the video, if you read the statistic, it said about 32%. Now, 51 years of marriage is absolutely crazy. Not gonna hold you. 51 years of marriage is crazy to find out that only after that many years, that children who are like in their 40s now are not yours, right? They're not yours. And then apparently come to find out the children have more than one father. So each child, the 2 of them, have 2 different fathers. That's crazy. Not gonna hold you. But for me, I asked my wife, I was like, baby girl, how would you feel if I said that I wanted to get a paternity test regardless if ever you decide to get pregnant? Now, we've had this conversation before. We've had it on a multitude of different occasions. I said, baby girl, how would you feel if I told you I wanted a paternity test? Now, like in all relationships, man, you got 2 different ways that this could happen. Way number 1, get all emotional, get all mad, question, how dare you question whether I love you or not, if I'm cheating on you with the kid, right? You have that reaction. Or you have the reaction which my wife gave me was, if it makes you feel comfortable, it gives you peace of mind, I'll do it for you, right? That's the type of shit that I rock with. If it gives you peace of mind, because she knows this world is fucked up and she knows that people do this shit all the time. And under no circumstances has she ever given me a reason to doubt her. Let me make sure I preface that. But at the same time, when shit like this is going on in the world, there's no way in this world that I could attach myself to somebody else's child like that, thinking that it's mine. And I'm raising this child forever to find out later on in life that child's not my own. Now, what I'm thinking in most relationships when it comes down to it is the woman is probably hoping and praying, if she did sleep with other guys, you know, but prior to getting pregnant, I think she's hoping that you'll grow an attachment to that child to the point where even if you find out later on down the line that child is not yours, that you're going to continue to take care of it, right? I do believe that that's what a lot of women are banking on. But in the back of my mind, I think different, okay? And pardon me if this gets a little graphic. Just give me a second. I'm gonna try to keep it a little PG. But basically what you telling me is that while you're getting it in with me, you're allowing another man to raw dog you and just bust up in you like that. That shit's crazy. And in my mind, I can never let that shit go. Imagine your wife or your significant other, whoever you rocking with, is allowing another man to go up in there without a condom and bust all up in there, shoot the club up, right? Can you imagine? Like, that shit right there is just oddly disturbing to me, right? And under no circumstances could I ever imagine myself forgiving my young lady for some shit like that. That's just a no-go for me. Like, that's it. That's the end of it right there. That's where it dies. That's where it's dead. Because at the same time, you allowed another man to get what was supposed to be mine. You feel me? That's kind of where the energy comes from. So going back to the fact that you allowed me to raise another man's kids, that shit is crazy. Right? Now, maybe you thought, oh, well, maybe it could be his, all this shit. But at the same time, you knew you was doing dirt. Come on, baby girl. You knew you was doing wrong. And in the back of your mind, you justified it however you justified it, and you allowed this man to go on in life thinking that everything was okay. Right? That's crazy to me. This poor judge, 51 years of marriage, kids in their 40s, finding out later on in life after the needing to do a paternity test to see if anybody was a match for a kidney for his brother. Coming to find out there's no familial match, or what do you call it? You know, whatever it is. There's no match to you and that child, paternity match. I wouldn't say I'd cause harm to the young lady because it's, you know, the damage is already done at this point. But at the same time, I can't let that shit stand, yo. That shit's crazy. And like I said, man, I think different, man. I don't know what's up with, you know, people justifying and thinking that that shit's okay. But at the same time, man, you gotta realize the world we live in. She knew she was wrong. She knew what she was doing. But at the same time, did she really even care? Chances are she probably didn't, because if she did, she wouldn't have put you through this shit. So that leads into a bigger question as to, did she even give a fuck about you in those 51 years of marriage, right? That's kind of where everything starts to trend towards. Did she care about you at all, right? Chances are she never did, if she would allow you to go through life thinking that something was yours and it wasn't, all right? But that's my take, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe you guys see it different. Maybe you're like, Doc, you know, the community back in the day, man, you know, they were known for raising other people's kids. So it was kind of like just a normal thing. Maybe you think like that. Or you're like, Doc, you know what, man? You on point with this one, man. I could never imagine myself forgiving and or allowing a woman to continue on doing what she's doing after finding out something to this effect, no matter how long I've been raising that particular kid. No matter the attachment, I would have to stand my ground, because that's what men do. You gotta learn to stand your ground, right? And it's crazy because you have some young ladies that'll sit there and try to make you feel bad for not taking care of that kid. But then on the other side, if you signed off on that birth certificate, ladies and gentlemen, guess what? It doesn't even matter, because I believe the state or the federal law, whatever the fuck, you signed that petition basically means that you're responsible for that kid for at least the next 18 years, regardless whether that kid is yours or not, because you signed the birth certificate. So guess what? You probably still gonna be on the hook for the bread for that child, which makes the world that we live in entirely messed up. I'd be flipping tables, all type of shit, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. Not gonna lie. Can't let that slide. Which is why I told wifey, baby girl, if you ever get pregnant, I have never had a reason to doubt you in this lifetime. Never, not once. And I don't feel I have a reason to doubt you now. But please, for my peace of mind, and the fact that I am a content creator, and I want people to know that, look, this is my, like I said, I would want people to know this is my child, right? Even though I shouldn't have to prove that to anybody, this would just be my peace of mind. And if anybody ever questions it, I got that piece of paper that tells me that 99.9% that baby girl or baby boy is yours truly, right? And that's my time, effort, and energy, y'all, man. I don't know how you guys would take it. I kind of feel like most guys would lean towards, you know, the same sentiments as my own. But then again, maybe you guys are different. I don't know. But let me know in the comment section below, man. That's what a good time, man. Y'all take care. Y'all stay blessed, man. Dog is out. Peace.